Hello, this is Brooke with Blue Life Designs, and today we're going to make these awesome card charms that hang up on your rearview mirror and allow you to have just a little bit of bling sparkle coming off of your car and just a nice little decoration. So first, I made these off camera, of course. They are just simple acrylic blanks, and what I did is I just painted them as a background and then rhinestone them. You can also do these with regular acrylic pieces. You don't have to bling them out. I just like sparkle. You can also do these with the Freshies, so you just need to make sure that you have some type of hook or some type of loop so that you can clip these on. So this is a Freshie I had for my car that I was able to use this card charm to hang up as well. So what you'll need, of course, is your acrylic piece. I use these Lobster clasps. I think they work really well for this project. And then these are snap enclosures. I just bought the pieces themselves. So it's two pieces. They stick together, and then of course you can snap them apart. I use braiding cord. You can use some type of elastic cording. You can use something that's a little thicker. I just like this because it's strong but thin enough to go through the beads pretty easy. And then I have spacers in between because I just think it looks nicer when it has the spacers in between. Just gives it a better look. And then I have a lighter to hit the ends to keep it from fraying, scissors, and ruler, of course. So we are going to go ahead and make this first one. So I like using the black. I just think it looks nicer. So for each of these, I go right about just over a foot. So closer to probably like 14 to 16 inches. So I'm gonna we'll go 15 right in the middle. So from there, fold it in half. Take your lobster clasp, push in both ends, and then pull it through and tie it off. From there, you can go ahead and start adding your beads. For this one, I have this really cool got mud bead that I got from Grammy Tammy Beads. So I'm gonna push. Actually, this usually makes it, that's why you need the lighter. So light it a little bit, and then I just roll it. What that does is it kind of adds a little bit of a point to it, so it's a little bit easier to go through the beads. Because this cording is not that thick, it's a little bit easier to run it through. And then for this one, I'm going to use these silver spacers so I can get them back open. So you just need two spacers, you don't need a whole bunch of them for each one. So I just like that extra bling too. Put it through, and then take my got mud bead. Oh, this is frayed on me a little bit. Okay, that helps a lot because as you're trying to push these through beads and push these through spacers, you're going to get fraying with it. If you struggle to get both beads through, you can do it one at a time. Sometimes that'll work a little bit better. So for example, can't get that one end through. So I'm going to hold both ends. Push it through. And take another spacer. Push this through. And then even though this is already blinged out, I just decided a little bit of bling doesn't, or a little bit more bling doesn't hurt anybody. So from here, what I do is I take and wrap it around, And what I'm doing is just trying to hold these beads in place. So I'm adding just a little knot as close to the beads as I can get. And what that does, it just keeps it from moving down and around, especially as it shifts and moves with the vehicle. So if you notice, these are not even, and that is perfectly fine, because when I actually go to add the snap enclosures, I can even this out. So you go in through the smaller end, and then you tie a knot, and I'm going to go down a little bit further. And so what this does is allows it to not go through. Oh, double knot, I apologize. So you do 2 knots. Oh. Unless you struggle and your knots didn't join together the way they should. And then I really pull those knots tight. And then what I'll do, I'll cut off this excess. And keep that from fraying. And you pull it through and you have one end, and then you take the opposite piece. So if you notice, one of these pieces pops out, and then you make the double knot again. Because I have this closer to the edge, I don't need to, it's already been frayed. So what this does is it creates the snap enclosure. So you can make it longer than this. This one's a little bit longer. It goes in my vehicle, or you can have it shorter. A lot of sedans, their rear view mirrors close to their dashboard. So sometimes people like it a little bit shorter, so that with this clipped on, so you just literally, you take your lobster clip, put it on here. And so how it hangs, it's not hitting the dashboard. So it's something to take in consideration when you're making these. My vehicle is an SUV, so the rear view mirror is a lot higher than my dashboard. So something like this would be a perfect length to hang down. So that is completely up to you, up to your client. But they're very easy to make. And the good part about these is that you can exchange out the charm whenever you want. So for example, or you can choose to put multiple things on there. So if I had a charm and I also wanted to add my Freshie to this, I could have both items on here hanging from my rear view mirror, something to make my car smell good and just something that's a little bit sparklier. So you can add multiple items on here as you like, but it's a great idea and a great way to just add a little bling to your vehicle. So we're gonna go ahead and make one more. I have this cute little paw print here. And I think I'm going to use this lighter color. So we're going to go a little bit longer. So about the 14 to 16 inch range is for like a sedan. For something like an SUV, I would go more to the 15 to 18 inch range. So I'll go ahead and we'll do a full 18 inches. I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to cinch off my end just to keep it from fraying while I bead through it. Get this out of the way. So I take both ends, make sure it's split in half, push it through my lobster clasp, and then pull it all the way through and tight. And then I'm going to take my beads, this through. I'm actually going to use the gold, even though probably should use a gold lobster clasp on it. But you know what? We can just mix metals today. So I'm using a gold spacer. This cute little bead. It says Fur Mama on it. Very appropriate for a paw print charm. Last bead on. I'm going to take and I'm going to tie it off. Like I said, this is just to make sure that while this is hanging, the beads aren't constantly bouncing or able to move a whole bunch on you while it's swinging side to side. So I have a little more space on this, but it keeps it relatively contained. Check, so a little uneven, not a big deal. I'll just watch how much spacing I add for my knot. So double knot this. And it's already singed, so pulling that just to make sure that knot's real good and tight. And then since I used the piece without the end, I'll put this one in here. Okay, make sure it's nice and tight. I'm going to cut the excess off this end. Okay, roll it up. And so when I made these, I picked colors that did match this charm already. Just something to look really cute with it. But like I said, these are interchangeable because it's using a lobster clasp, and this has a 15mm jump ring in it because it's an acrylic piece. So that's something that's going to be a little bit longer. It's going to look super cute when you put it up in your vehicle. And I have one in my vehicle now. It reflects the light off of it with it hanging in my window. So I'm outside during the day. It's almost like a little mini disco ball. Something really cute. So with that, go ahead, have fun, get creative. For those who are Freshie makers, this is a really fun project to have something else to go with your Freshies that can stay in the vehicle, and they just exchange the Freshie out as the scent goes away. And that is it. You guys have a great day. Bye.